So who is the best college quarterback out of Vince Young, Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, and Stetson Bennett IV? Thought it was a valid question. Thought it was a very valid question. And let me tell you, the amount of pushback I got, especially on X, by putting Stetson Bennett IV on there was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. People saying, you know what you're doing here. That's bait. All of those other things. And I'm sitting there scratching my head going, really? Really? People are mad that Stetson Bennett IV is included on a list like that. The dude won back-to-back national championships, the first 2 national championships at Georgia since 1980. He went to New York as a Heisman Trophy finalist. And the argument against him was that, oh, he was just on some loaded Georgia teams. Really? Really? Well, yeah, he was, but that's the pushback? That's the pushback. So let's put this in proper context, okay? This is here on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening in the audio version, go to YouTube, you can watch it. But I'm showing his stats from the 2021 season. 2,862 yards passing, 29 touchdowns, 7 picks, 259 sack-adjusted yards, not sack-adjusted yards, I should say, on the ground, 1 rushing touchdown. In proper context, he wasn't even the starting quarterback going into the season. That was JT Daniels. Kirby Smart tried multiple times to get JT Daniels back into that lineup. Stetson wouldn't let him have it. And Georgia fans just clamored for JT for so long. Stetson wouldn't let him have it. Kirby Smart had plenty of opportunities to put JT in. Stetson wouldn't let him have it. Even in the national championship game, things weren't going well. Stetson comes up. Bam, 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 down the field. A.D. Mitchell, 4th quarter. Wins the national championship. The stats might not be there in 2021. The success is. And the success in a very unique, very troublesome, and very challenging situation. Not just for his personal success, but to lead Georgia to a national championship in a season that just kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. He wouldn't give the job back, despite the fact that he was on a team, leading a team, that just kept winning. So he goes into the 2022 season. Bam. If you're on YouTube, you see this. If you're listening, go check it out on YouTube. I'll read it for you. Passing yards, 4,127. 27 touchdowns, 7 picks, 205 rushing yards, 10 rushing touchdowns. Got him to New York as a Heisman Trophy finalist. That matters. Yeah, there are some good players on that team in 2022. Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey. There were some good players on that team. Of those 4 that I showed, were there good players on those teams? Tim Tebow, yes. No doubt about it. Vince Young, yes. No doubt about it. Cam Newton? No. No. So if you're going to use the same argument against Stetson, you got to use it against Cam. Or for Cam, I should say. Do you realize how hard it is to win a national championship? You need to be rock solid. You need to be mentally strong. You need to be unflappable. Stetson Bennett is that. Stetson Bennett was all of those things. Is he the most talented quarterback in the world? No. Did he have a great NFL career? Not yet. Does he have some issues? Yeah. None of that matters. None of that matters. In fact, I would say the idea that he isn't as talented as those guys physically makes him a better college football quarterback than them. Now, he's very fast. If you don't know that he's fast, go watch the tape. He is Very, very athletic. Just a different style than Cam, different style than Vince, different style than Tim. But if you're saying that he wasn't as physically talented as those guys, you are proving my point. You're proving to me that Stetson was a better college quarterback than those guys. Because it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He still won 2 natties. And Georgia fans in these replies will say, I'll take the guy with the 2 natties. Now, Tim got 2 national titles too, but the first one he was a change-up with Chris Leak. But still, actually, that matters. Because Kirby Smart wanted to give the job to JT Daniels in 2020. So this pushback, to me, was surprising. Honestly, it was very surprising. I did not think that it was even that much of a debate. And I don't know if it's Georgia haters. I don't know if it's pushback against the behemoth that is Georgia, trying to find some cracks in that foundation. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what Georgia's become. Maybe they are as polarizing as Alabama was in the 2010s. I don't think so. Now, I live in Metro Atlanta, so maybe my perception is a little skewed. Whatever. Okay. But it was surprising to me. Because in my mind, Stetson Bennett is one of the best quarterbacks in college football history. College football history. NFL, don't really care. You win 2 national championships. You go to New York as a Heisman Trophy finalist. You put up a video game type season in 2022 and do it as a player who isn't as athletically gifted as others. That means you're an elite college quarterback. An elite college quarterback.